Hey, Scorpio, intuitive soul coach here. Excited to bring to you today's reading where we dive into the energy of the next 3 months. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links, Scorpio, in the description box below. All right, so right away here, I feel that a lot of you are heading towards a creative new life, creative new endeavor. This could be home improvements. It could be creative endeavors within your business. And it could also be new creative approaches when it comes to relationships or love. Even though we don't have the creativity card out here, I'm getting this energy of expansion and growth. A lot of colors around you as well. This could be creative even in the garden, or you may be deciding to self-sustain, create a garden or plant flowers, herbs. I really like this energy for you because there's a sense of motivation behind this that's going to lead to a major breakthrough. It's going to lead to more abundance and opening up of the heart chakra. So let's take a dive and see what we have coming in here for you. All right, you also have a bonus card, which I love. Not all signs received a bonus card. You have a bonus card in your themes as well as the tarot. And then we'll wrap up your reading here, Scorpio, with a message from your celestial beings from the other side here. So you have breakthrough, you have rest and retreat, you have intuition, and you have the great outdoors. And this is interesting as well because June, July, and August, this is a great time for you to expand, open up, get out in nature, which you have the world card showing up here as well. So some of you may be traveling the world or getting out in nature, which you have here, the great outdoors, wide open spaces. You may be gaining a little bit of solitude time. And I'm also sensing, because you have the rest and retreat followed by intuition and breakthrough, some of you may be going on a spiritual journey, spiritual retreat, or just taking some time out in the coming months for you to focus on your healing, focus on maybe learning. I'm sensing you may be doing some camping. They're giving me national parks. Now, some of you may live near a national park, or you may buy an RV, or if you're fortunate enough to buy one or own one, I feel like you may be doing a lot more traveling this summer as well. Or if you are in a place where there's summer months, and if you are in the winter months, you may be deciding to take a vacation or travel someplace that is a little bit warmer. I also get that this is about you unplugging and grounding your energy into the earth. They keep showing me something with planting seeds. So that could be symbolic, or it could literally be you're getting ready to plant a garden or tend to what you've already started to grow as well with the great outdoors. Scorpio, you also have intuition. You are that watery element. Your intuition is heightened at this time. It's important to pay attention to that voice within. If you can meditate more, tune into the portal of your heart and your soul, I do feel here that you're going to see synchronicities, signs, and omens really showing up for you in the coming months that are going to bring you clarity if you are seeking it. Some of you are just wanting some downtime. This is about divination, awareness, and meditation. Pay attention to your gut instincts because you're being guided to move forward in a new direction. I also get here the words flexibility and adaptability. So there's some happy times coming here for you, especially after a major breakthrough and possibly some downtime or some healing time. But be adaptable instead of setting an expectation, because with this expectation, I feel like there's something bigger and better waiting for you. So let's say you go in for this job or this date that you feel it's going to work out, it's going to be great. You have really good high hopes for this. And then let's say you're rejected, or you don't receive that job, or that doesn't turn out to be the person that you want, and you expected it to go well. However, the universe has higher plans for you. That's kind of what I feel is happening here. And this may have already occurred for you, where you thought that something was going to go in a direction, but it took a turn. That's because it is time for you to pivot, to course correct, as I like to say. And now some of you may be taking a little bit of R&R time to just recover, recoup from some sort of solar plexus hit, right? This is about you gaining that downtime, doing the healing, recovering, relaxing, finding that peaceful place where you can just disconnect from society or disconnect from the outside world. But the good news is here, there's a major breakthrough coming in, and you're going to see that there truly is light at the end of the tunnel, or some sort of realization that you have that leads to victory. Perhaps that job that was denied to you is in perfect alignment because, 10 days later, you receive an offer that is almost double the pay. Or perhaps that house that you wanted fell through, but the new house that you have coming in here has every single thing that checks the box on your list. So again, there's an energy here of releasing the expectations of what something should look like, because something better is coming in here, and you're going to realize that sooner rather than later. And I feel like it may be more so in that June month as well, because the realization card is all about victory. It is all about success, a moment of truth, advancements as well. I'm getting here energetic upgrades. And there was another sign that had energetic upgrades. It may have been possibly Leo's energy, but I do feel for a lot of you, you're upgrading your life, whether it's upgrading your living situation, your career, your health, your relationships, or all of the above. But there are some big breakthroughs coming in here for you. Now let's dive into the tarot. You have the World card. You are wrapping up cycles, Scorpio. This is the energy here of successfully reaching goals, and it's about travel as well. And we see the travel with the great outdoors showing up. So you're definitely going to be traveling more this upcoming months. You're going to be finishing up cycles, projects. I feel like there's new beginnings coming in for you. You have double yeses showing up. You can see at the top, both yeses. You also have the Hierophant. So two major arcanas. This is a time of great advancement, a mature and fulfilling relationship as well, if you are looking for love, because I am getting here a little bit of romantic gestures here, or love coming in if you are seeking this, or if you're wanting to solidify a relationship or strengthen a relationship. Some of you may be taking a honeymoon, celebrating an anniversary as well, or just taking a vacation with a loved one or with a family. When it comes to the Hierophant here, this is about taking a look at your belief systems. It can be traditional thinking around love. Let's say you've always had this illusion or this pretty picture painted in your mind based on, Disney movies, society. Maybe you've always wanted to be that princess or prince that had that happily ever after. Maybe you thought that you had to have the white picket fence with children and, a significant other and a good job. You're realizing that it doesn't have to happen in a specific order, and it doesn't have to happen in the way that you thought. And that's what I feel here you are breaking free from. So it makes perfect sense that the Hierophant is showing up, because you are upping, I don't want to say upping the ante, but you know that something better is coming in, or it'll all be worth waiting or worth moving into this new beginning, because something may have fell apart that you thought was your happily ever after, but I sense that there's a new journey, a new spiritual quest that you are heading towards. And it may not look like that white picket fence. It could be better than that fairy tale ending that you had told yourself. Now, when it comes to money, this can be about traditional ideals and cultures. It can be about corporations. I do sense that a lot of you are wanting to break free from these traditional ways of thinking, these traditional ways of doing things. Some of you are discovering who you are, what you are interested in, what your likes are. This can be about breaking free from the matrix, breaking free from the traditions of what society has told you you have to be. Some of you are deciding to travel with a significant other, and maybe 50 years ago you would be labeled as a gypsy soul and it was taboo, right? But I feel like if you are deciding to go travel in a minivan and work from anywhere in the world or work as you go here, I feel like you're doing it. If you are deciding to be in a relationship that doesn't stand up to the traditional standards of what a relationship looks like, then you're going for it here. So you're definitely breaking traditions and you're creating your own new ones. And that may be why I'm getting that adaptability and flexibility type of energy. Now, for others of you as well, this is your own inner beliefs around maybe why you're not good enough, why you can't do something. It can be your own insecurities and your own fears, but I feel like you're pushing through them and you will be victorious here with the world. There's some sort of closure. There's a completion here. If you felt stuck in your life, anywhere in your life, as we all go through these phases at times, I feel like there's a happy ending coming in, a sense of fulfillment, a sense of success. But you're doing things in a new light and you are taking on a new tradition that you can incorporate, Scorpio, into your world and that you can pass on generation to generation. You're doing something differently. You're breaking the mold. You could be the first one to maybe graduate college or graduate high school. You could be the first one that maybe you don't get married or you decide not to have children, or perhaps you are the first one in your family to be a business owner. You're breaking so many different traditions here, but you are that trailblazer is what I'm getting here. Trailblazer. I love that word. Let's see what else we have here for you. We have the Strength and the Page of Cups. Yeah, you have the Strength here. This is Leo energy. So there could be a shift around the month of August, but when you have this Strength as your ally, this is about you aligning now. It's about you being patient, courageous, and loving to not just others around you, but most importantly, yourself. A lot of you have worked on overcoming some of your weaknesses, or you've learned to take a look at those things within yourself and befriend them. So some of those shadows you have brought to the light, some of those triggers, those insecurities, that wounding, the traumas that you've dealt with, you are working on healing them. And by doing so, there's a great awakening. There is that energetic upgrade that's happening. So pat yourself on the back, Scorpio. You've definitely come a long way. Now, when it comes to money, this is about you being in a strong position or a sound venture, making decisions because you feel courageous to do so, right? You feel like you have the power to do so. I also get this is a big yes energy with the Y at the top. Yes. So you're going to do something that takes an act of courage. So whether it's starting a business, going back to school at whatever age, right? It can be you doing something that's never been done. And I kind of feel that way with this Hierophant. You're doing something that's breaking the mold of how something should be done, right? This is a really powerful energy. You have Page of Cups. When it comes to money, this is a brand new creative venture. And I love this showing up because the Page of Cups is you, but it's a new emotional situation. Now, this is about childlike innocence. It's about a beginning, possibly of a new relationship. And it may feel a little bit scary. It may feel a little bit timid, hence the Strength here, but it has the potential to grow into something quite beautiful. But there must be trust in yourself to move forward and make decisions that are in your highest good. So really beautiful energy, Scorpio, coming through here. I mean, this is you showing up here with this Page of Cups, but I do feel there's a lot of play and a lot of fun. You can see the dolphins jumping in the background there. So some of you, there's more play. You may be connecting with your soul tribe. I'm getting as well, some of you may work with children or you may have children. Whether you own a daycare, perhaps you're working with your own inner child healing as well. But I feel like there could be a new child that shows up in your world. This could be a news of a new grandchild. If you are looking to start a family or blend a family, that could be the child coming in here. I'm also getting something with teaching a child. You could be teaching a child from home as well, or deciding to start a new venture that has to do with teaching children, maybe meditation or yoga, something that I don't want to say has already been done, because I feel like whatever it is that you're doing, maybe it has been done, but you are offering some sort of unique twist to it. Perhaps you're deciding to open up a nonprofit for children who are maybe rainbow children or indigo children, how to meditate, how to focus their intention, how to create vision boards. So there's something here that you are doing where, again, you're breaking the mold and you have the strength and the courage to do it. I feel like you're supported as well. And this is going to support you possibly even financially, or you will find the resources and abundance. And that's why I'm getting this energy of flexibility and adaptability, because sometimes we think that we need money, that's our only resource, right? There was a reader the other day that gave this example. It may have been Nicholas Ashbow, I believe. It may have been him that gave this example of resources or abundance. And sometimes we feel like we need a certain amount of money, maybe to pay rent, I think was his example. And we may say to the universe, we need this amount of money to pay rent. This may be the resource that we need. But if we go beyond that, if we tend to think beyond what resources mean, aside from just finances, maybe the resource is time, I think is what he mentions. It may be that we talk to the landlord and get a little bit of an extension, and that time could be a resource. When we are flexible and adaptable around us with what resources look like, that's when that game changes. And that's what I feel here for you as well, when it comes to not setting an expectation, but allowing abundance and receptivity to flow to you, Scorpio, in whatever way possible. And that's coming in really strong here as well. Now, what else do we have? We have the Three of Cups and the Six of Wands. This is some beautiful energy coming in here. The Six of Wands is a celebratory energy, as is the Three of Cups. And 3, 6, and 9s have been showing up really strong. And I'm trying to see here if you have another 9. Let's see here. No, you have mostly major arcanas or court cards, but we do have here the Six of Wands is all about a time of happiness, a time of encouragement. This is success, you being in the spotlight, magnetized energy here. So when it comes to career, there's a success showing up. This is about you being noticed, recognized for a job well done, for you doing the work and you being appraised here for it or applauded for it. You can see that she's sitting on her horse and she's holding that wand high up in the air and they're cheering her on. And I feel like it's because you're the trailblazer. You are breaking some sort of mold. You're putting yourself out there and being vulnerable. And within that vulnerability, Scorpio, lies your strength. And you didn't even realize how deep this goes, but it's going to surprise you. And this is a time of happiness and encouragement. And I feel that any sort of failure, setbacks, humiliation, shame, any times that you've been overlooked in the past, it's all going to be worth this moment here. You're going to say, wow, I realized that I went through 20 of those so-called failures. I don't like the word failure. I like to use the word learning opportunities or life lessons. I don't believe really in failures. There's always an opportunity for growth, but you may look back on those times as growth, and everything you have been through got you to this point here, Scorpio. So really beautiful. There's a major milestone coming in here for you, something you've wanted to achieve for quite some time, but perhaps you didn't feel like you ever would, or it felt like you were on this long, never-ending journey. It's coming in here for you, and major celebrations with loved ones, with the Three of Cups. This is profits through group efforts, which, look at that, the Six of Wands. She wouldn't be as excited celebrating if she was there on her own. She wouldn't just hold that wand up in the air on her horse if nobody was around. I mean, maybe she would, but she didn't get there on her own. And that's what she's realizing. You know, just like me in this channel, this was, setting the intention of starting this channel was to reach those on a broader level. It was for for this community to expand to a higher consciousness, to bring in that love and light, but also that truth and that healing as well. And I wouldn't be here without you. And I'm completely recognizing that, and I always have. And I feel like that's what you're doing here as well. You are recognizing that you didn't get to the top or get to this achievement completely entirely on your own. Okay, the Three of Cups is about socializing with your friends, with kindred spirits. Now, I'm going to go back here to this energy of the Six of Wands, because some of you may be saying, but Melissa, I did get here on my own. I worked hard for what I have. Nobody else handed it to me. That's not what I'm feeling here for you. Some of you that have been through a challenge, let's say you've been through a challenging situation with a mother or father. Tony Robbins says that if you are going to blame a person for your destruction, or if you're going to blame someone for all the bad or the negativity that they have participated in, then blame them for all the good. Blame them for making you who you were. And that's what I feel with the Six of Wands. So even though some of you may be saying, but Melissa, right, I have this independence within myself that nobody gave to me but me. This is about you taking a look at the good and the bad as well, and the teachers along the way, even though some of those teachers, it may have been a difficult lesson to learn, right? So that's about you noticing everyone's roles in your life and how it's played out, because you are a success here. So I do feel that there is a oneness coming in here for you, Scorpio, and this is really going to hit home for a lot of you. And I feel like there's soul tribe, there's connections, there's support, there's a sense of belonging here. And a lot of you, maybe you felt a little bit lonely, isolated, or just withdrawn in the past. But I do sense that there's support coming in here as long as you continue to open up, stay receptive. And so many people I found, especially working one-on-one with clients, sometimes they feel separated, right? They feel like they are on this lonely path, this lone wolf, like they are, an only child walking through life on their own. I've certainly been there myself. And it seems at times difficult or impossible to feel like you are part of something greater. That's about to change here for you, Scorpio. Some of you, maybe you're dealing with the Virgo. But your final card here, your bonus card, is this King of Swords. So Scorpio, when the King of Swords shows up, this could certainly be father energy. It could be someone around you, or you are embodying the energy of the King of Swords, which he's a take charge leader. He's very direct, very blunt. I do sense that some of you may be dealing with father wounding. So, I'm getting a little bit of someone who they may have hurt you at times through words. This was their personality as well. They may have been very hardcore. I do feel father for some of you, but this could be someone who at times, it's not that they wanted to hurt you intentionally. It may have been that they've been hurt and they didn't know how to express love. They didn't know how to open their heart chakras up, but you do, Scorpio, you do. And you've learned. Some of you, that's going back to that Six of Wands energy. And this could be the person that has helped you shape into who you are today, okay? For others of you, this is someone coming into your world, whether it's a boss, whether it's a friend, a coworker, could even be a lover. This is an intellectual man. He's not always as romantic as one would like to see. He doesn't just wear his heart on his sleeve. He can be at times more rational, more logical, but the good news is he's pretty direct. When he tells you something, he means it, right? He's not going to play games with the heart. He's not going to tell you what you want to hear. He's going to be blunt, even if the truth hurts. And sometimes that's what we need, but it doesn't always feel the best, right? All right, so overall here, very powerful June, July, and August. You're spending some time outdoors. Your intuition is high, so do pay attention to that voice within. This is about synchronizations. Meditate more, because there's a heightened sense of awareness that is flowing throughout your energetic field. Again, I'm getting upgrades here. If you have an opportunity to take a spiritual retreat, to take some time off for yourself, for your family, to connect with friends, soul tribe, loved ones, then do so. Major breakthroughs coming in for you in the next few months. I feel breakthroughs when it comes to money, when it comes to family healing, family wounding. You're wrapping up a cycle. You're challenging any beliefs that no longer are helping, but they're hindering. You're moving those to the side. You're saying, what do I need to upgrade? Is that belief worth it? Is it helping me? Is it holding me back? And I feel like you're doing things in a new way, and it's actually quite exciting for you here. And with the Six of Wands and Three of Cups, this is some powerful energy coming in here for you, Scorpio. So get ready for some big successes. All right, now last but not least, we're going to take a look at a message from the Celestial Frequencies Oracle. Ooh, beautiful. I love this deck because it also gives healing activation steps. So alternative therapies and remedies that you can take into your own hands to heal on an energetic level. We have the Syrian energy coming in with solar empowerment. This is all about decisiveness. It's also card 10, which in tarot, the 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. So a major turning point in your world. And this is all about warriors of light. That's what the Syrians are. Now, some of you may actually be a starseed, and you may be diving into the energy or the planet here of Syrian or Sirius here. We serve many worlds in times of planetary transformation and ascension. By stimulating gridullar Lee lines, we help realign and anchor in new pillars of light that awaken and activate empowerment codes within all living things. As planets prepare to transition into new levels of ascension, our Syrian codes assist with balancing the planetary meridians and infuse them with potent solar energy frequencies. By nature, we are powerful healers and guardians of ancient spiritual technologies that upgrade, activate, and realign the crystalline grids, DNA, and holographic templates. There's that energetic uplifting that we were talking about earlier. You are ready to work with the action energies of the Syrian frequency codes, which will help you become more assertive with resolving your current situation. This is all about taking action because some of you have been working a long time towards something, but maybe you haven't been as consistent as you would like to have been. This is all about consistency and action, and knowing you're not alone. If your health is challenged, get ready to receive a potent dose of healing energy. If you are feeling insecure or have suppressed your light, simply open the throat chakra and speak your truth. Emotions may feel more intense than usual, but this is to be expected since it initiates self-awareness. You are experiencing a profound inner transition, and it's time for action. Time to terraform your life by removing the old paradigm and building the new. You may benefit greatly right now from activating and recharging your energy from Gaia and the solar rays of the sun. Yes, absolutely, which we talked a lot about, that outdoor energy, which is the sun. Different ways for you, Scorpio, to realign with this energy. Throat chakra clearing, sun gazing, holographic DNA upgrades, planetary Lee line clearing, Egyptian gematria. That's a new one for me. Gematria. You can work with the colors of blue, indigo, and orange. You can work with the flower essences of wild oat or chrysanthemum. You could work with the essential oils, cinnamon and peppermint, or the crystals of lapis or orange carnelian. Carnelian is one of my favorites as well, and that works with that sacral chakra. And this is carnelian for those of you that are not familiar with this as well. So you have here decisiveness. So if you've been wishy-washy, Scorpio, or if your emotions have been all over the place, right? If you've been working through some major healing, especially when it comes to family dynamics or healing that inner child, you have the courage and strength and knowing that you're not alone, because this Syrian energy is helping you take decisive action and move forward on your soul's journey. So really powerful time coming in here for you, Scorpio. I hope this resonates, beautiful souls. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channel messages out there to those that need it most. For those of you that haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, if you'd like to get that notification, please do so. Thank you so much for tuning in, Scorpio. Lots of love.